my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the moon.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today is October 1st, which means we're officially in the fall season. I decided to kick off this fall season with this makeup look. Please keep in mind that I have not done anything dramatic in a very long time. I did decide to use tape or under eye shields, and I did mess up quite a bit, but that's just what happens when you play around with makeup. It is currently 10:45 at night, and my daughter decided to watch Aladdin right now before bed. So I said, you know what, while she watches the movie, I'm gonna go ahead and film a makeup look. So which is what I did. If you guys want to see more makeup looks like this, perfect for fall, please let me know and I will do them for you guys. If you guys want to see something a little bit more toned down, then go ahead and let me know. If you guys want something a little bit more dramatic than this, I don't know how much more dramatic I can get from this makeup look, but I'm pretty sure I can work something out. I completely fell in love with this look. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to go ahead and do so, because I do post a lot of my after pictures on there, and I do let you guys know whenever I do have a new makeup tutorial up on my channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look, and let's just go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so the very first thing that we're going to go in with is this Banana Bright Face Primer by Ole Henriksen. I did get this from my Boxycharm box, and I love the way that it feels now that my skin is back to normal. For my brows, I am using the Stay Put brow color in the shade Brown, I believe, or Brunette, I'm sorry. It's a 04 Brunette, and this is by Milani. I love using this stuff. It really lasts all day. Back then I would use the Anastasia one, but really like $20 some compared to this little pot or pomade, whatever you want to call it. This is like $6 at Walmart or Target, and it works just the same, if not better. I also want to remind you guys that eyebrows are not twins, they are sisters, so they will never look the same. Even if they're supposed to be twin sisters, they are not. They're never gonna look the same. So just go ahead and keep that in mind. Once I have carved them out and stuff, I am just gonna go back and like go over the areas that got taken away whenever I brush them out, because brushing them out after you do that is key. So just keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna go in with the Desert Dusk palette by Huda Beauty, and I'm gonna go ahead and try my very best to create like this super fall eyeshadow. I'm gonna start off with that bone colored shade. I did apply concealer as my like primer, and I'm gonna go in with Eden, which is almost like a sandy color. I don't remember like the names, I don't have the palette on hand, but so I use like an orange one, I use a dark brown, I use a darker brown. So we're just gonna go by like the colors and not so much the name, but I do show you guys which one in case you guys have this palette at home. So what I'm gonna try my very best to do here is pack on these orangish tones, if that's even a word. I'm gonna try my very best to pack on these orange tones into my crease, but I am going to blow that up almost right under my eyebrow bone. And the reason for that is because I want this eyeshadow look to be very extended, and do not be afraid to pack on the color slowly. So I started off with very like minimal, almost no shadow on my brush, and I just built it up. You don't want to go in right away with a whole ton of color on your brush, so just build it up nice and slow and it'll work. I also used a different variety of brushes. So these pink ones that I'm using right now are by Jeffree Star. I know that there was a sale on his brushes. They were like half off on the Morphe website. I believe it's Morphe. So yeah, these are the brushes that I'm using right now, but you guys can basically see that I'm using a very oh my gosh, a very flat detailer brush to kind of cut out my crease at first, and then I went in with a pencil brush to just blend that out a little bit more, and then I grabbed another brush just to sort of diffuse that same brown color. And I mean, you just have to work with what you have. Also, if you guys feel like you guys get stuck and it's not coming out the same as mine, just keep on blending. I was literally like sitting down for about half an hour on my eyes alone because I wanted them to come out the way that I wanted to. Keep in mind that I have not played with makeup in such a long time like this. This kind of makeup tutorial is one that I haven't done in a really long time. So I was really excited the way that it turned out. But once I applied the eyeshadow shields, I did put them up too high. So if I were to do this again, I would use tape and just lower them a little bit more towards my eyebrow tails. Just because once I take them off, you guys will see how they're kind of like too far in. So that's the only thing that I didn't like, but I went in now with some concealer. I'm cutting my crease with a flat shader brush. I am going to pack it in with my finger and then eventually go in with that orange shade that I used in my crease. I'm going to use that to blend the concealer into the darker brown shade that I used in my outer corner. So now the way that you see the shades going from my crease up, like the dark brown, the orange, and then the very light brown, is basically what I'm going to do to create that transition on my lid. So it's the concealer, that orange shade that you guys see me putting in there, and then I'm going to go in with the darker brown on the outer corner just to make it a little bit darker. So you have like kind of like ombre effects going from the lid up, the crease up, I mean, and then from the inner corner of the lid to like the outside to the outer corner, if that makes sense. Like, do you guys get it? I'm sorry, I suck at doing these things. You guys, if y'all have watched me from the very beginning, you guys know how confusing I get talking about this. But this was more of a complicated look for me to explain. It's not complicated to do, it's just complicated for me to explain because I suck at doing that just in general. I also tend to talk a lot, so just me talking and trying to do a voiceover, I suck. I suck. But for my eyeliner, I am using the Marc Jacobs eyeliner, and this thing is probably the best one that I have used in a really long time. It dries really fast. It's the liquid gel eyeliner in the shade black. It is waterproof. Even after I take off my makeup, this baby like stays on. So I love it. As you guys can see here, I do point out that I don't like the way like the tape works. I should have, dragged it out a little bit more. For my foundation, I am using the Photo Focus Wet n Wild foundation. This is the matte, original matte, and I use the shade Soft Beige. So if you're around my skin tone, this is the one that I use. And I did blend that out with my beauty blender that I did get in my Boxycharm. This is the $1 Billion Beauty Sponge. And it's the charcoal infused one. I just want to mention that my skin has never looked this great. I'll get back to that. I'm using the Frankie Rose Our Little Secret concealer in the shade Neutral. Going back to my skin, you guys, I had been telling y'all that my skin had been super, super dry. A friend of mine did tell me to pick up the Aveeno Eczema Therapy Daily Moisturizing Cream for dry skin. It relieves dry skin, itchy, and irritated skin, and it has literally helped my skin so much. So much, you guys. Like, my skin has not looked this good in a very long time. For my under eyes and for my face, I am using the Ben Nye Banana Powder to set my eyes with a sponge, and then I'm going to go ahead and go in with a brush and set the rest of my face. I'm trying to catch my breath. For my bronzer, I am using a face powder. It's just in a very, very dark shade. That was the Fit Me one for Maybelline, I believe. It's a face powder, but I got it in a really dark shade to use as a bronzer. I love the way that it works. I've been doing this for a really long time, like buying face powders in darker shades to use as bronzers, because why not? There's no rules in makeup, so I do what I gotta do. I'm also going in with the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer in the shade Bronze to just go and like contour my cheekbones a little bit more, and it's kind of like a hair darker than the one that I used before. Now, for my highlighter, I'm using I'm So Lit. This is the loose highlighter by Wet n Wild. You guys, this was like $4, and look at how blinding that is. You guys know that I just bought that Huda Beauty one. That Huda Beauty highlighter was freaking $60, you guys. And it does not give me this much brightness. Like, this is like freaking $4, $6, I think, at Walmart. And it's intense. And if it's too intense, go back in with your sponge, tone it down a notch, and you're good to go. Now going back into my eyes, I am going to use those same colors, the orange shade and the darker brown shade, just to add some color down there. I do go in with some mascara later on, but just using a pencil brush and a flat shader brush, you should be good to go. I am also using an eyeliner from Milk Makeup. The eyeliner that I put on my lower waterline is the Longwear Gel Eyeliner by Milk Makeup, but I don't know what shade it's in. It does not say. It's just like a nude color. And then these lashes are by Eye Candy, I believe, in the I was gonna say in the shade Sugar, in this style Sugar. I love these lashes, you guys. I get them from a girl who lives in my town, so I will leave her info down in the description box if you guys want to order lashes from her. These are the lashes that I've been using almost every time. Like, she has so many styles. I love them. For my lipstick, I am using the Wet n Wild's lipstick in this shade. Let me pick it up. I believe it is Wine Room. No, I'm lying. It's in the shade Cherry Bomb. It's amazing. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup, and I will see you guys in my next one.